Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while, especially formally, but I'm back. I've been enjoying my holiday, enjoying the new year, and just kind of focusing on myself and just doing some inner work, taking some time for myself before I got the ball rolling in 2021. So welcome back. In case you guys have not noticed, I did a bit of a name change for this channel. It is now a lifestyle with Danielle, and I did that sometime in December. I just said what the hey and just went for it. I kind of wanted to do, you know, amp it up a little bit and not really take my channel in a different direction, but kind of focus in on certain topics and on certain subjects. I have so much in store in 2021 and I cannot wait to share it with you all. So today I want to talk about how, you know, I really believe that 2021 is going to be very similar to 2020. You know, I really want to share with you guys some of the things that I learned in 2020 and that I am going to be amplifying to the umpteenth power in 2021. One of the main things that I kind of want to share to maybe hopefully give you guys some encouragement is how I went from one stream of income in 2020 to 4. And I am so proud of myself. It's something that I didn't really intend to do, especially at the beginning of the year. Of course, most of us jumped into 2020 and thought it was going to be like every other year, and it absolutely was not. 2020 was just the beginning, and I think this time for us to kind of be by ourselves to some degree, or really kind of shed the excess of people around us and really protecting our energy. And for the most part, we just physically aren't around as many people now due to the pandemic and stay-at-home orders and these different things. So I really think it's important that we use this time to develop ourselves, to practice self-care, and to really pour into ourselves and do all of the things that we want to do in life that we may not have had time for before. And I was very blessed in 2020 to continue to work, you know, my job in finance during the day, but also have free time because of the pandemic to, you know, create more of my personal business and my side hustle and things like that. That will hopefully that will sooner rather than later become my main hustle. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys some of the ways and some of the things that helped me turn one stream of income, which was my 9 to 5, into 4 streams of income. One of the first ways was using 2020, using the lockdown and things to get creative, even on the weekends, and a lot of things are closed now or closed early. That's the time to be creative, the time to figure out what you like to do. You know, sometimes we are so busy being in the society that we're in, we're either on our phones, we're focusing on everything and everyone but ourselves, and we kind of neglect our creative abilities, especially us as women, and especially us as Black women. We're the creators of everything. You think we can't make money off of the things that we like to create in our hobbies? Absolutely. I met, you know, a lot of my goals, majority of them I met in 2020 and exceeded them, and I will do so much more in the future. And all of us have so many gifts to give the world, and I really want us to do so. Isolate yourself anyway. Even if you do still have a good, decent social life and you still go out sometimes, you know, use this time for yourself and to figure out what you want to do, figure out what your passion is, figure out what your purpose is. And you really can't do that with so many outside distractions. So even the annoyances of 2020 and, you know, 2021 jumped off with a crazy start as well, but even better reason to keep yourself in the house, keep yourself safe, and work on yourself and what you want to do, and really amplify, if you don't want a business, something else, your hobbies, things that you like to do. Another thing that I did was investing and using, so for my last year's stimulus check that we got, I used my entire stimulus check on starting my line of coloring books, plus some of my own money as well. it was something that so many people enjoyed. You know, I eventually took it off of my website and put it on Etsy, and it sold out. It was such a hit. I may restock sometime, but right now I kind of want to focus on my new endeavors, to know that people appreciate the things that I created, and there are so many people that will appreciate the things that you create. So whatever that thing is, just go ahead and do it. Somebody will see the efforts that you put in and will appreciate those efforts and will financially support you and have no issue with supporting you and whatever your endeavors are. A lot of times those aren't our friends. A lot of times those aren't our family members. You know, my coloring book was for the people who wanted them. You know, I didn't expect people who know me to purchase. A lot of my friends did support me and purchase my coloring book, but some of them didn't, and that's okay too. You know, that wasn't my target market, but what I wanted, my target market was Black women who would see the worth in the product that I created and who had no problem with, you know, paying for it. There's platforms like Etsy that make it so easy. Like literally I just uploaded my pictures to Etsy, and it just eventually the algorithm put it out there and it started selling, and I sold out on Etsy in the few months that I had it on Etsy. So find what you're good at. Know what you're good at. Find your purpose. Something that you would do for free. Now for me, I love this YouTube channel. I love creating videos. I love engaging with like-minded Black women. One of my purposes in life is to help people. I know I briefly mentioned certifications that I was doing. So I was actually doing a life coaching certification, which is one of the things that I'm gonna roll out shortly in the next couple months or so. For me, I took something that I did for free anyway my entire life since I was on the back of the cheese bus, okay, trying to help people solve their issues. I really want to help Black women streamline what they're trying to create in their life and streamline what we are trying to create for ourselves, whether that's, you know, in business or in relationships or just genuine happiness within ourselves. That is where I come in, and so I want to be able to give you guys more of me on a one-on-one basis should you choose to partake in the services, but just to be able to give you more. You know, I can sit for a 15-minute video on here and kind of give the basics, but it's a lot of things that, you know, that I just can't cover in a video. I woke up one day and I was like, maybe I should just get a life coaching certification and just kind of be able to put a name to what I'm trying to do, you know. And for the most part, you know, that was pretty easy for me to come up with when I figured out what I already am good at and what I actually like doing. People that don't even know you appreciate the wisdom that you have even more, and so I want to be able to offer that to other Black women that don't have physical access to me, and also be able to put some kind of monetary action behind it, because a lot of the things that I have and a lot of the things that I've learned over the course of my life, I really believe in not making mistakes and taking the easy route as quickly as possible. And so I want to share a lot of the tips with you guys, but you know, I want you guys to want it. I don't want to, you know, just give my pearls to the swine, as the Bible call it, and just give away all of these good things to people who won't even care. Like myself, I don't have all the answers. So when I need answers, I seek help. And that's really what I've been doing, you know, the past, you know, couple weeks and stuff when I've really been taking a break and really haven't been posting. So, you know, now I'm ready and I can hit the ground running. And so a lot of that, when you find your purpose and when you find your passion and things that you're good at, it may take a little bit of time, but for the most part, after a certain age, you know what you're good at. And so that kind of rolled out what I wanted to do with my life and where I wanted my life to go. And if I wanted to create a business, what do I want that business to be? because I don't want to just start a boutique and I'm not passionate about clothing. You know, I want it to be something that I would do for free, and technically I'm doing this for free. You know, YouTube is another stream of income, but I don't get paid hardly anything for YouTube, so I'm basically doing it free, and that's okay with me. You know, recording these videos and everything, all of this stuff takes effort, you know, but when it doesn't feel like work when you're working on something that you're truly passionate about and that you love. And so I absolutely don't mind, and I absolutely love it because I get to engage with women from all around the world who I would never have met or never have had the pleasure of speaking with had YouTube not been a platform I decided to utilize. That's why I changed my channel to A Life Styled with Danielle, because each and every one of us have an obligation to style the lives that we want when we realize that what we have been doing, what the life we have, isn't exactly what we want, and we're gonna go after the things that we actually want. So I want you guys to style your life, and I'm gonna style mine and have been, and I'm so happy that Black women are finally waking up to this. Let me stop rambling. So 2020 really woke a lot of us up, and so now that we know, we are a little bit more conscious about what's going on around us, we can move better in the world. And so now is the time to be able to think about ways that you know, want to make money, and things that you like to do and things that you enjoy. So not only did I have my regular 9-to-5, but I had my YouTube, and I have my coloring books, and I was selling a few other things and stuff, digital products and stuff on Etsy. So, you know, it becomes a lot easier to do these things. Now, there's a ton of back end work that you must do, that to kind of keep you going and keep the ball rolling. But at the end of the day, it's really not that difficult in the grand scheme of things. And also doing makeup. I started doing makeup in 2020, if you would imagine that. You know, I call myself, I make jokes and have fun on Instagram, and I call myself an exclusive makeup artist because I don't do everybody's makeup. I do the people makeup that I do. And so, but I've been doing a lot of makeup this year and rolling in some dough, doing makeup and stuff. So, you know, that's another stream of income that I've been having, and I really use my makeup money to build my savings account and stuff. So it makes it a lot easier when it's things that you're passionate about and things that you want to do, and you can compound. People with wealth have multiple streams of income, and you're not going to, we can't wait and try to hit the lottery and play the right numbers. We can't wait and have a man sweep us off our feet and think we're gonna get a millionaire to come save us and just give us all of this wealth. Why not work towards it yourself, and in turn put yourself in spaces where you may meet that man? We have the ability, to no surprise to anyone, to generate wealth for ourselves, and it can only be an asset. No wealthy man want a lazy bum, okay? So we want to consume ourselves with things that are going to be prosperous for us. And when you start to focus on what you want and focus on the things that you're passionate about, it becomes a lot easier to then turn those things into monetary gain. I haven't recorded in so long, my mouth is dry from the few minutes. Be intentional with what your goals are. Be intentional with the amount of work that you're putting behind it, because goals without works are just dreams, and you're just gonna be in a dream state. Oh, I wish I could do that, or oh, life would be so good if I could sell my artwork for money, or if I could everybody I know has a crew cut. If I could sell my crew cut, what if this was my, you know, people have entire businesses just off making products and selling them on Etsy. I mean, wealth generated from Etsy. And this is not an ad for Etsy, but you know, Etsy has a automatic marketing algorithm, I guess it's called. They have an automatic marketing algorithm and ads and stuff that they create that you don't even have to pay extra money for. Now, that's not totally true, because they do take a fee, but depending on the amount of your product, like, so my coloring books were $18, and so they took a fee of like maybe $1 and some change. So to me, it's worth it because I have so many other things that I'm doing. I've been a makeup artist on the side, so I've done makeup and stuff stuff like that, service-based businesses, but I've never had products that I had to ship and pack and mail and all that kind of stuff, and that was a good jumping off point for me. There are better ways if you are just focused on Etsy to, you know, market your products, or if you have your own website like I did for the majority of the year. Marketing, even though I have a degree in marketing is much different now than it is. If social media isn't what it, how do I say that? Social media wasn't what it is now back then when I got a marketing degree. I actually appreciated Etsy and even though it charges a small fee, I barely noticed. It wasn't as much. Now those fees add up, don't get me wrong, but I personally, with everything that I had going on, still working a 9-to-5, making YouTube videos, selling on Etsy, doing makeup, you know, I'm doing all of these things. So I didn't have time to put in creating ads and doing all that kind of stuff. So that was really helpful for me. So that's an idea for you guys if you have products that you want to do. And it was a really good jumping off point to really introducing myself into selling products. You know, a part of being intentional with what you want to do is getting everything else out of the way. That does not mean quitting your job, but what I mean is get away from distractions if you can. I know some of you have kids and things like that, but I don't even mean those kind of distractions, as in getting lazy or, you know, letting your mind wander like, is anybody gonna want this product? Now you do want to make sensible products, but you do want it to also be something unique and something that you're passionate about, because if you're passionate about it and if you can come up with it, I can guarantee you there's someone who's gonna need that thing. And so you just have to find your niche market. You just have to find the people that you're targeting to sell your products. But outside of that, you can't allow yourself to get distracted with naysayers. You can't allow yourself to get distracted with negative self-talk. You can't allow yourself to get distracted with saying, oh, this is too much work, like I don't feel like doing it, blah blah blah, because it's not always going to be easy, and it is going to take a lot of time. I would stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning some days when, you know, working on things and creating, and I was trying to do everything on my own. So I created my own website, I created my own ads, I created my own logos, I created all of this stuff. I did this stuff myself because I didn't have the funds to pay someone to do it, and I want to generate as much profit as I can. And so I had to take the time to do it, and even when I didn't feel like it. Really? The last thing is, in that same regard, is spend time with like-minded people. One of the things that can be the biggest distraction for us is people that unintentionally, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that it's unintentionally discouraging you. You want people who have their own businesses, who are, even if you're lucky, who's even doing better than you or who's been at this for years, that can kind of mentor you or give you tips or let you know some of the things that they do, because a part of creating the life that you want is doing things that you love to do. And if you can make money from doing things that you love to do, well, that's just icing on the cake. We spend time with people who don't see our vision, or who don't, you know, people don't have to want the same things that you want, but it helps to be around people that's radiating on the same frequency, that's operating on the same frequency that you are. Because if they aren't, they can unintentionally distract you from what your goals are, or be like, well, I'm good, I got a safety net, my 9-to-5 is my safety net, and honestly, do I really hate my job as much as I say? Do I really want to put the effort into this business? And they, girl, I don't know about you, but I couldn't do it. And it's little things like that that will seep into your subconscious and get you distracted from your ultimate goal. And so sometimes we do have to, you know, kind of separate ourselves from people who are on a different wavelength, and maybe replace those people with people that are like-minded, with people that are business-minded, with people that are an asset to you. If you're good at marketing, then maybe they're good at the creative ideas, or helping you name your business, or helping you with social media, or whatever they can, or helping you tweak your products into a way that consumers may want it. So you want to have people around you. If you're going to have people around you, then you must make sure the people around you will kind of fit into what you're trying to see for yourself. And in all honesty, there's no nice way to put it, but people that can help you, and that people that can propel you, because you don't want to get caught up with people who are going to deter you from things that you have always wanted to do. And so one of the things that you can do is to eliminate that. So I was able to, go from one stream of income to 4 streams of income in 2020 by doing all of those things, by eliminating the unnecessary people in my life that were distractions for me, by really spending time alone and learning what was my purpose, what my gifts are, and how I can potentially monetize them. When you figure out your worth alone, you'll understand, as far as my 9 to 5, I don't totally hate my job. I just hate the idea of the hamster wheel. I hate that. And so my goal is to totally get rid of that. And I'm going to do it on a period. So everybody is not going to feel that way. Some people don't want to have their own business. They don't want to put the effort into it, but I would rather work hard for something that's mine than to work hard for someone else. And so for me, I'm not about this 9 to 5 life for too much longer. Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. And so for those of us who, or even if you want to keep your 9 to 5 and you just want a pop-in side hustle, then you really have to stay focused, and you really can't allow yourself to get distracted. And I think we can use this time during this pandemic to really figure out what it is that we want and work on it. Okay, so you guys, I want to thank you all so much if you made it to the end of this video. Thank you for tuning in. I'm back, y'all. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe if you feel compelled. I have so much that I want to do in 2021. We're going to amp it up, girls, in 2021 and beyond. We figured out the things that are not copacetic for us, and so we pushing forward. So I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all in my next video.